but you never sit here and inform me to say.
I need to have it in writing.
You didn't never say, okay, well, you need to tell me who it is. You never said that not once. I said, I'd rather not get into that. That's what I told you. You never said, okay, well, you need to tell me.
It is all tenants' responsibility to report things that aren't right. If somebody is destroying somebody else's property, this Woodhaven's apartment, if they're destroying our property, we need to know this. We need to know who is doing this.
I guess because I feel like maybe they're going to blame my kids anyways after I told you. When I told you anyways, it went to the fact that they blamed my kids anyway. So it was basically they're either believing them or believing my kids. That's how it was. Because after I told you what happened, nobody told you. I came to you after I found they was over that pool the next day, their business day, to let you know what happened. Then after I told you, a few days later, here come them coming to the office saying they wasn't in the pool. It was just Steven and Daytrell. They never was in the pool. They was the ones in the pool. My kids wasn't in the pool. As soon as I told them to get out the gate, they got out of the pool. Not the pool, out the area. All the rest of them stayed in the pool and over by the gate, looked at me like they didn't even hear me. But anyway, that's the past.
And months ago, so it's hard for me to
that's the past.
How the progression went.
Right, that's the past. So my thing is now, I know for sure my sons are not smoking marijuana, and I'm getting just I could take them and have blood work and bring you paperwork and show you they're not smoking no marijuana. There's never no marijuana now. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
They smoke the non-nicotine.
Okay.
Yes, Dave Steven, I don't agree with it. He's only 15. The other one's 16, but it's non-nicotine, and a lot of kids do them. And Dave Cheryl, he's used to smoking marijuana, so it comes to help him to stop smoking marijuana because he knows for his health, he has to stop.
Right.
So now, if other kids were smoking some marijuana, then...
But if they're with your kids on this property, they are considered your guests. And if I smell marijuana on them, and I have been given statements from other
So if you smell marijuana on them, this is the difference. If you smelling it or you see them smoking it, that's what you said before.
I have written statements from tenants who saw them smoking marijuana and what they were saying. Okay. So with that and the fact that I smell marijuana as the kids are walking past me, they're your guests. You're responsible for your guests. And that's the letter that I sent out.
Okay, and I gave it to the people I'm dealing with too, and they told me to come talk to you about everything, and that's what I'm doing. But I know there's certain rights, and I forgot how they explained it to me, but you can't just go by some witnesses, and they gotta it gotta be something deeper, she said. I don't know how she explained it to me, but I'll talk to her, and I'll let her hear everything that I talked about.
If your kids have guests over.
There's not their guests, but
if they are,
they're not in my apartment.
They don't have to be in the apartment to be their guests. If they are with them, they're considered their guests. Okay.
They are babysitting for Savannah. And so that's why they're always over here because they babysit for Samantha. And then Savannah. They babysit for her, and then they end up being with my kids because they're outside or something, but they're not their guests. They're at the property already. So they're not legally coming to my apartment. That's who they babysit for, Savannah.
No, they haven't babysat for Savannah.
I do babysitting for Savannah. Not yesterday.
It was 2 nights ago. Yeah.
Yes.
She stayed over there until
because they go
12.
over there and she does 2 nights ago and stayed over till 2:00 at night. They took her home, and one night she didn't have a way home. I had to give her a bus fare to go home. So I know that's not true. That's where they go to babysit their kids.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I know when they're there, they end up, when they always at that apartment or they're over there, they end up with my kids outside or whatever. That particular day I was not here. I was like I said, at my doctor's appointment. But like I said, I know my kids are not smoking. I don't know who had marijuana smell on them, but I would be
they were
really crazy that they would be dumb enough to smoke right on this property around everybody who's going to say something, and he's on his go-kart running around. You're in the office. There's no way that they're going to do it. They probably smoked somewhere off the property and walked back on the property and was smoking on their E6s. Then they went across the street. I'm pretty sure they did not do that on this property.
Okay.
I know Detroit. I'm gonna tell you because Detroit was ready to come to the office. When I got that notice, my 16-year-old was so frustrated. He's like, that is nothing but lies. We did not smoke no marijuana. And so if somebody else did, they might have had it on them. He was ready to come here with me and tell you no. And he was upset. And I said, no, because I talked to someone. They said, for the right ways we need to go about this, you don't need to go in there and cause no trouble. So I'm coming to you, talking to you the right way. I'm just feeling I'm getting way picked on since I moved into this place. And when he said what he said to me about telling his boy to stay away from my kids, he is no more of a good friend because they smoke marijuana. The whole family smokes marijuana. I don't